That is a JDM right-hand drive Forester FXT, XT, yeah. Welcome back to the channel, guys. On tonight's episode, I'm going for a cruise up north with a friend of mine, and we're gonna talk about what it's gonna take to turn a Celica GTS into the world's first Celica GTS-R. If you haven't figured it out, I'll put his Instagram right here. That's Subaru Matt behind us. We're going up to a tiny little place called Minden. We're going up there for some food, just for the drive and the cruise together. On the way there, we're gonna talk about what it would take to take this car, a Celica GTS, and turn it into a Celica GTS-R. Think of it as like a Porsche 911 to a Porsche 911 GT3 RS. As for what Matt's driving, I'm about to get murdered in the comment section for this by any Subaru fans, but it's a Subaru Forester XT imported from Japan, so I believe it has a 2-liter or 2.5-liter turbocharged boxer engine. Sounds exactly like a Subaru should sound. Not sure the year. The horsepower, Matt guesses, is probably between 270 and 300. It's modified. It was imported into Canada in 2019, I believe. Matt's the first Canadian owner of it. Other than that, it's lived its whole life in Japan, and it's in immaculate shape. If we can get a little bit of the interior shots, or at least a montage at some point, I'll do that for you guys. I think that's my cue that I'm not going fast enough. Celica GTS-R. If you guys watch Daily Driven Exotics or know of that channel, I'd be surprised if you didn't. Damon just finished his build of his 720 GTR, and if you think about that, he took a 720S and converted it to his idea of what a GTR would be for the 720 McLaren. I want to do a very similar thing with this car. This is the perfect Celica GTS I can get my hands on in Canada. Mileage is a bit high, but hey, I'm not afraid of mileage. I want to try and turn this car into a Celica GTS-R. Now let's break it down. We got visuals, like on the outsides of the bodywork, the paint. We've got engine, suspension, brakes, transmission, all that kind of stuff that we could modify or change or upgrade from a GTS to my GTS-R. Now, if you look at Damon's 720S, he put wheels on it. He put some fancy stuff from the McLaren Senna on the inside, like the seats and a special roll bar. He did a custom paint job, well, custom to the 720, but it's the Lark livery paint job. He did that on the 720. He put the wing on the 720. I mentioned the cage, the seats, the Dimag wheels, all that stuff. Now let's look at a Porsche GT3 and a GT3 RS. The GT3 is a very streetable, very daily car, and the GT3 RS is more of the GT3. You can still daily it can still be your daily driver, but it would also kick ass on the track. Now granted, the 720 GTR and a Porsche GT3 RS would vastly outperform a GTS-R in any circumstances, but nevertheless, I want to try and build one. Now, to build a Celica GTS-R, I think the interior would need some upgrades. I think the body kit that I have on this car with the wings west front lip, the TRD side skirts, I'm pointing at the back, but I mean the side skirts, the rear valance, and the TRD wing, I think give it enough of a 720 GTR Porsche GT3 RS look that we wouldn't need to touch at least the cosmetic body kit very much. Painting it or wrapping is something I would like to do. Now there's a few famous Toyota rally liveries that I could put on this car. There's also a few ideas in my head of things I've seen online that I'd like to try and do on this car, but some sort of livery would be required to call this car a GTS-R. In terms of the braking department, this car already has upgraded EBC rotors and pads, so I'm not sure there'd be much more I'd need or want to do in that department. This car already stops on a dime. It'll come down from nothing before you can blink an eye. It's not carbon ceramics, obviously, but for a little car that weighs 2,500 pounds and these relatively big brakes for the size of the car, it's awesome. Just outside of the brakes, we also have to mention the wheels. The wheels that are on this car that you've seen in this video here, I don't think I'm gonna get rid of these wheels. We might change the color or refinish them, but the design of these wheels on the Celica, I've never seen a set of wheels on the Celica that I liked more than this. These are awesome wheels, and they will stay throughout this car's transformation into a GTS-R. That's mildly depressing. We just got passed by an electric Mustang. How depressing is that? Moving on to the engine, we're going to talk about the 2ZZ that lives under my hood, or my car's hood. Moving on to the 2ZZ that lives under my car's hood. Now, I just learned this today, so bear with me, I might get some details wrong here. My Celica has the North American ECU, and the Euro ECU and the JDM ECU for these cars makes 190 horsepower, and the point of engagement for the lift is much lower in the rev range. Right now, mine seems to kick in around 62, 6100 RPMs. Maybe it's a bit higher, maybe I'm just off a little bit, but whatever it is, the different ECUs will lower that engagement point by quite a lot. Maybe into the 5,000, somewhere into the 5,000 RPM range. Whatever it is, it'll mean that the car will make more power and lift will kick in sooner, which means it'll be faster. And to make a GTSR or a GT3 or a GTR, you need to be faster. So the ECU will definitely be something we'll be adding to the list for the GTSR build. The camera probably didn't pick it up, but you can hear it echoing like in the rocks back there, the little like rock canyon. That was awesome. Celica's right here. I'm right here. Now we're heading back home, and on the way, I think we're gonna stop at an abandoned gas station to take some photos, do a quick photo shoot, and then I will talk about the rest of the GTSR build. I might forget something, one of the categories to talk about, so if I do, you know, let me know in the comments down below. Just in case any of you are wondering why we came up to Minden, Matt came up here for the cruise. He's got some family kind of history up here, so we came up just for the day for the cruise, just to hang out, go for the cruise. We're heading home now. We finally stopped to do our little gas station photo shoot I was telling you about. I did not miss the turn, believe it or not. I may have had to send it on the brakes a little bit to get in here, but I'd say it's worth it. I've already had my turn, so Matt's in the center, I guess center stage is what it is. Here are the results of some of the pictures that we took. I'll flash them on the screen right now. Not bad pictures for an amateur with a decent camera, and for Matt and I with our phones. This is the little, what was, I'm assuming, the little shop at some point. It's, well, you know, it's seen better days at this point. Not a bad spot, eh? Goodbye, cool gas station spot. Heading to Costco to get gas for the end of the vlog, then we're going home. Yeah, that's where we're at right now. That's where we're going, that's what we're doing. I spend too much money here. We made it back, guys. Let me know what you think of my Celica GTS-R edition down in the comments below. I really like the idea. I love the idea of like the 720S to the 720 GTR. I like the Porsche GT3 to the GT3 RS. I love cars like that. I definitely think I can do something similar with this car. Visually, it's ready to go with the lip, the side skirt, the wheels, the rear valence. What did I miss? No, I said that wrong. The lip, the wheels, the side skirts, the rear wing, the valence, everything on this car cosmetically is ready to go. I think it would need a wrap. It definitely would need more engine and transmission stuff, suspension, brakes, everything to make it a higher performance Celica. Maybe some coilovers on top of that too, because remember, the GTSR, the idea would be more performance out of what this car has already. The fans are on, I don't know if you can hear, but the fans are on. More performance out of what this car has already, plus it still has to be daily drivable. So I still have to be able to get in it, drive it every day. If I missed anything, or there's something you guys want to add, or there's something I should take off of the list, let me know in the comments down below. I hope you enjoyed the video today with Matt and I going up to Minden just for a little bit of a cruise on a nice sunny summer day. Thank you for watching this episode of Scully Productions. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next episode of Scully Productions.